So can you give just like a short, I don't know, whatever you want to say to like encourage students to come out to muster?
Yeah, well, you can come out and hear me speak. You know, I feel very privileged to be able to speak at muster when it's my class as the honored class. But if you really, you have no idea how much it's changed. I mean, we're talking about, this was your grandparents here, right? And what I think the profound changes, name change, admission of women, the non-compulsory core, there was a sensation during that time that was very real that somehow A&M was going to change profoundly. That the things that were important, like those traditions, like muster, were somehow going to go away. Fundamentally, muster is a military, has a military underpinnings. Muster means gather in military terms. So there was a lot of controversy. So what I'm going to do is go back and talk a bit about what it was like going through that transitional experience and try to make some sense out of why the worry, why the concern, why the change would have been even discussed, and then relate it to the fact that things have only changed for the better. And so while muster is very different on the campus than it was in those days, it's stronger than ever. So I think students ought to come out and experience it. I think to go through it and the emotions and the feelings about it are impactful, and they should experience it. The idea of having this big family, the Aggie family, who care about you, you just don't find it every place. You know, everybody loves the football team at Notre Dame, but do they have the same kind of sensation about being, you know, coming to basically what is a memorial service and saying, you know, we're here to support you and the family because of your loss. It's incredible. You know, I think of all of A&M's traditions, and we invent new ones every day, but the ones that are sustaining, things like the 12th man and silver taps and bonfire when bonfire was an active tradition. Muster is really probably the one that to me is the most meaningful. And it is because I think there are not very many places around the world where you find sort of the activities of the institution stopping and taking the time to not only celebrate the camaraderie and the friendship that we have, but also acknowledge and be respectful for people who have lost loved ones during the year. And not only is it here, it's around the world. The idea of what we do, which is to gather and talk about old days on the campus and you know, the times that we spent and the friends that we made, and then to be reverent about the people that we've lost, is, you know, I think something that puts a special brand on A&M. But the impact of the people that participate in it really is the more important impact, I think. By the way, I took my son to muster when he was 2 years old. It was in G. Raleigh White. I didn't realize the firing squad was going to march in and do the 21-gun salute, and we were about, you know, 50 feet away. I think he still cries in his sleep when he hears a rifle being fired.